Good morning, gumshoes. Welcome to World History 101, Chapter 8, Part 3. This section is going to look at Greek colonization, the Peloponnesian War, and the Hellenistic empires, i.e. Alexander's empires. All right, so let's start with Greek colonization. So to deal with population pressures, the Greeks are going to start to establish colonies in other parts of the Mediterranean. The colonies provide the Greek merchants with fertile lands for agriculture and natural resources. The Greeks don't create centralized government. Instead, the colonies are going to rely on their own resources. Let's talk about the Peloponnesian War. The only thing I need you to know about the Peloponnesian War is that it's Athens versus Sparta, and Sparta wins. Yeah. Cool. Like Pericles, the leader of Athens, he thought that they were going to be able to defeat the Spartans, but typhus, like a plague, broke out and killed a third of the Athenians, including Pericles. So Sparta wins the Peloponnesian War. They take over the Athenian overseas empire, and life is good for Sparta. The people who leave behind no cultural legacy, only military achievement. Pow, pow. Let's talk about Macedon and the Hellenistic empires. So Macedon is in Greece. That's Philip II. We know that that is Alexander's dad. So we talked about Alexander in chapter 5 and chapter 7. Moral of the story, he's a conqueror, right? But he dies in 323 BCE and he leaves behind no plans for succession. When Alexander dies, his empire is broken up into 3 parts: the Antigonid, the Seleucid, and the Ptolemaic dynasties. I will include the spelling in the text box below. Alexander is associated with the Hellenistic Age. The Hellenistic Age represents the age of Alexander and his successors. Anytime you hear something has been Hellenized, it just means that there is a Greek influence. So the Hellenistic Age is an era where Greek cultural traditions expand to influence the larger world. For example, the Seleucids are a Hellenistic dynasty that did the most to extend Greek economic and cultural influence in Persia and the rest of Western Asia. The Hellenistic Age is a period of economic expansion, cosmopolitanism, intellectual and artistic achievements, as well as cultural diffusion of Greek culture through trade. It's because of trade and imperialism that the Greeks are going to be able to spread their culture throughout the Hellenistic Age. The wealthiest of the Hellenistic empires is the Ptolemaic dynasty of Egypt. So Alexandria, I definitely know, is a city that's located in Egypt. And Alexandria is like the cultural capital of the Hellenistic Age. Alexandria is the most important port in the Mediterranean, and it's the most cosmopolitan, like most worldly people from all over the world engage here, all different cultures. It's the most cosmopolitan city of the Hellenistic Age. Let's briefly talk about the Greek economy and society. Let's talk about trade as it relates to Greek economy and society. Until the construction of modern roads, the Greeks were more likely to engage in trade via the sea. I bit my whole tongue. The sea, or maritime trade. So because Greece is comprised of 2/3 mountains, we said that at the onset, Greece is definitely more accessible by sea, and they are going to depend mostly on maritime trade. We've already said that their 2 most important exports are olive oil and wine. Cool. Let's talk about patriarchy really quickly and society, because that's what we said, society of Greece. Definitely a patriarchal society. Greek women are subordinate to men with very little freedom, but the Greek women who have more freedom than their other Greek counterparts are going to be the Spartan women. So Spartan women have more freedom than other Greek women. There are also slaves that are present in Greek civilization. And the ways that one becomes a slave in Greek civilization is debt, prisoner of war, or the slave markets where they're traded. That is the conclusion of Chapter 8, Part 3. I hope you are enjoying these smaller breakdown sections of the units. Have a great day. Love you unconditionally. Bye.